Okay, well, new video. I am done using wash on this toy soldier. So just to give you a quick view, if this is easy to see. No, I'm not going to rotate the camera. Don't rotate the camera. Rotate the little man. Um, so overall, I don't know, it was okay. I mean, this is a crap piece of plastic. Um, you can see, I don't know if you can see the wash kind of pooled in the soldier's feet, which I guess makes sense for a wash when you hear that, well, it's runny and there's gravity and it ends up going, flowing downwards. I tried my best to, look for where it was pulling a bit and try to straighten it out. But I guess with the feet, I didn't quite get there. Obviously, the model looks darker overall. I mean, I guess there is some shading in little corners. I mean, in a way, there's kind of not very many corners on this, unless you count the molding and crap. So yeah, not too much to say. The wash is thin. I have it stuck in my head now that I'm supposed to add water to everything, so I added a little bit of water to the wash. I probably didn't need to. But you know, this is learning. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Um, as for next steps, I will. Next steps are kind of connected to another event because I got a shipment from Tista Minis of Army Painter starter brushes, including a dry brush. So I am thinking that I am going to try some dry brushing on this model. Where'd it go? Where's the camera? There. I'm thinking I'll just mix a bit of white with the ultramarine to lighten it up a bit and then try the dry brushing procedures that I've seen on YouTube and see what happens. Um, yeah, so I think I'm gonna do that next. Um, I guess I'll just briefly mention the other stuff I got from Tista Minis. This is going to be holding, yeah, this is very glary. I don't know if there's a way to look at this without terrible glare. These are mummy models. I know they don't look like the usual mummies, like humanoid, but these are apparently Egyptian gods. I can't remember the name of I can't remember the name of either of them. The crocodile is like so big or something close to that. I looked it up once, but I don't know, I can't remember. But yeah, these are Egyptian gods, but in mummy garb. And then I got Grimlocks, which kind of look like, I don't know, they kind of look like, well, small ogres, I don't know. I've never heard of Grimlocks, and I've played D&D in the past. Anyways, these are Nolzurs or Nulzurs models. So they're pre-assembled, pre-primed. I bought them just for more practice for painting. I think they're not overly detailed. They're small. Can't remember if they're 28 or 25, but they are damn small. I don't think the camera really shows how small they are. Oh, and I looked at them. You can't tell now, but there's a lot of mold. What is it called? The extra plastic from the molds on these. So I actually have had to um, move up my timeline for buying some more supplies. I wasn't going to buy any assembly supplies right away. I was just going to paint, but I need to do something to remove the little bits of mold on those other minis. So I got a hobby knife, or well, I'm getting a hobby knife, and some cheap emery boards, just for like maybe a little bit of sanding or something. I don't know. I don't know how much I'll need them versus just a hobby knife. So yeah, but those are down the road. I have to decide whether I want to do these minis next, or maybe the starter mini that came with the Army Painter kit. Um, the starter mini is more detailed, but it doesn't have all the um, um, what's the word I'm looking for? The mold, the extra mold plastic on it. So I shall have to figure that out. Also, something I'm going to do, which comes into play with especially the starter mini, I am going to make a homemade wet palette. So I'm just going to use a Corelle dish and some paper towel, wet paper towel, and I got some 4" by 4" what's the stuff called? Parchment paper. So somewhat small. It's not going to be big. I'm not going to do a whole bunch of painting at once, but from what I've experienced with the paints and how quick they dry just being on the tile, and if I'm going to get into especially something like the starter with like a lot of, where's the camera, with a lot of detail, like to have to just try to carefully paint the leather harness stuff, and I think there's like 2 different kind of cloak material or something on here, and the knife, etc. I can't have the paint drying fast. And also I caught a couple of beginner videos on YouTube, and this one girl was saying that she, after trying just, dry palette, she tried wet palette, and it was like a huge difference. So I mean, I'm in exploration mode, so I'm going to explore making wet palette without spending too much money. Um, yeah, that's about it for now. At some point I will try to dry brush this mini. I actually used this mini yesterday to finish off my 5 parsecs bug hunt, because I had replaced this with a different guy, and I was getting confused because the silver guy I replaced it with is actually part of the fire team, not one of my troopers. So anyway, I guess that's about it. I will catch you later.